completed yesterday question number 3, first question. So most of you have not understood some of the questions. So here I am going to solve question number 3. Okay. So first I have solved already. Now see the second. -9 and -1. So here -1 is greater than -9. Therefore -1 minus -9 is equal to -1 plus 9. So here you have to carry out difference of the numbers. So what is the difference? 8 and sign of greater number, that is positive 8. Okay. So here third question, see the third question. -4 and 5. -4, 5. 5 is greater than -4. Therefore 5 minus -4. So you have to subtract the smaller number from bigger number. So 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Now in case of fourth question, what is the fourth question? X and -2. X and -2. So here x is positive number. So it is bigger than -2. We have to assume that it is bigger than -2. Okay, or you can assume that it is smaller than -2 as well. Okay, so the answer is x minus -2 is equal to x plus 2. Now in fifth question, x plus 3 and x minus 3. What are the numbers? X plus 3 and x minus 3. As this is positive number, so we have to assume x plus 3 is bigger than x minus 3. Therefore, x plus 3 minus x minus 3 is equal to x plus 3 negative into x, negative into negative, positive 3. X get cancelled. Are you getting this? X plus 3 negative x, negative into negative, positive 3. X, negative x get cancelled. 3 plus 3, that is 6. Now in sixth question, see -24, -47, -25 and -47. So -25 is greater than -47. Okay, so what happens? See, -25 minus -47. So -25 positive 47. Okay, so -25 and positive 47. So here one number is negative, another number is positive. So carry out subtraction of the numbers, that is 22, and give it the sign of bigger number. So positive 22. Now see the next question, that is 7. In the seventh question, 80 and -85 are the numbers. So here 80 is bigger than -85. Therefore, bigger number minus smaller number is equal to 80, negative into negative, positive 85. So 80 plus 85, that is 165. Alright, so here we completed question number 3. Yes, I have shown you question number 4 and 5 also. So now we are going to solve the question number 6. Yes, question number 6. Now see, what is the question number 6? Coordinate of point A on a number line is 1. So on a number line, the coordinate of A is 1. Now, what are the coordinates of points on a number line which are at distance 7 units from A? So we have to consider here as, see, 7 positive as well as 7 negative. So positive 7 and here negative 7. We solved it. Yes, yesterday in question number 4. So let it be the point X and point y. So here for coordinate of point x, what to do? We had to, yes, add negative 7. 1 plus negative 7, that is 1 minus 7, that is difference of the numbers, that is 6 and sign of greater number. Now for coordinate of point y, here you have to add 7, 1 plus positive 7, so that is the answer 8. Okay, so here coordinate of point x, which is to the left, is negative 6. Coordinate of y, which is to the right, is 8. Fine? Yes. Now see question number 7. In question number 7, I will solve it orally. Okay. Write the following statements in condition form. Every rhombus is a square. It is the statement. So how to write in condition form? That means you have to use if then. Okay. So how to write? If a quadrilateral is a rhombus, then it is a square. See, in the initial part it is given that it is a rhombus. So how to write? If a quadrilateral is a rhombus, then the quadrilateral is a square. Yes. See the second statement. Angles in linear pair are supplementary. How to write? If angles are in a linear pair, then they are supplementary. Okay, quite simple. If angles are in linear pair, then they are supplementary. That means the total is 180. Next, a triangle is a figure formed by 3 segments. This is the statement. So, how to write? See, if the given figure is a triangle, then it is formed by 3 segments. I repeat, if a given figure is a triangle, then it is formed by 3 segments. Next statement, a number having only 2 divisors is called a prime number. See, so how to write? If a number having only 2 divisors, then it is called a prime number. Yes. So here over our question number 7. Now what about question number 8? Write the converse of each of the following statements. What is the statement? See, we have to write the converse. That means, see, in question number 8, if then, it is the part. So you have to move this part to if and this part to then. Okay, this is known as converse. How? See. Question number 8, first question. If the sum of measures of angles in a figure is 180, then the figure is a triangle. Okay, so last part first. So, if the figure is a triangle, then the sum of measures of angles is 180 degree. Yes. Second question. If the sum of measures of 2 angles is 90, then they are complement to each other. How to write? If the angles complement each other, then the sum of measures of 2 angles is 90 degree. Okay, or you have to write, if 2 angles complement each other, then the sum of measures of angles is 90 degree. Yes. Now question number 3. If the corresponding angles formed by a transversal of 2 lines are congruent, then 2 lines are parallel. So last part first. That means if 2 lines are parallel, then The corresponding angles formed by a transversal of two lines are congruent. Okay. Now last question from question number 8. If the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. How to write? If the number is divisible by 3, then the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3. You have to only exchange if then part. Okay. Now see question number 9. Write the antecedent, that is given part, and consequent, that is to prove part, in the following statements. That means in question number 9 we are given with the statements and we have to find out given and to prove part from the statement. Quite easy. See, if all sides of a triangle are congruent, then its all angles are congruent. This is the statement. Okay, so how to write given? Given is, see, all sides of a triangle are congruent. This part is given. And to prove, to prove all angles of a triangle are congruent. This is to prove. That means the antecedent, that is the statement begins with if, is our given, and the statement which, the part of statement which begins with then, is our to prove. Okay, I repeat first question. Given all sides of a triangle are congruent, to prove all angles of a triangle are congruent. Okay. Second question. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So given the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. How to write? See, the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Then the diagonals bisect each other. That means to prove the diagonals bisect each other. Okay. Now in question number 10, draw a labeled figure showing information in each of the following statements and write the antecedent and the consequent. That means again we have to write given and to prove along with the figure. So first question, two equilateral triangles are similar. So in question number 10, in first question, see, two equilateral triangles are similar. That means you have to draw two equilateral triangles like ABC and PQR. Suppose these are two equilateral triangles. So given triangle ABC and triangle PQR are equilateral triangles. This is our given. Okay. Now we have to prove that they are similar. So to prove triangle ABC similar triangle PQR, this is the sign for similarity. So write in this manner. So don't forget to draw the figure, write down given, write down to prove. This is the first question from question number 10. Now see the second question. Okay, quite easy, the second question. In second question, if angles in a linear pair are congruent, then each of them is a right angle. So first of all we have to draw a diagram. See what is given, the angles in a linear pair are congruent. Okay, so this is a line AB. Okay, say this is point P and this is point Q. Now these two angles are congruent, each of 90 degree. So what is given? The angles in linear pair are congruent. Then we have to prove each is right angle. So here given part is angle. So here you can write in words or you can symbolize them. Okay. That means angle APQ congruent angle BPQ. Okay. So here figure is there, and it is, see what is given, angles in a linear pair are congruent. So given these two angles are congruent. Okay, and by the diagram it is clear that they are linear angles in linear pair. It is clear from the diagram. Now what to prove? To prove each of them is right angle. That means measure of angle APQ is equal to measure of angle BPQ is equal to 90 degree. This is what we have to prove. Yes. Now third question. Question number 3 from 10. If the altitudes drawn on two sides of a triangle are congruent, then those two sides are congruent. Now you have to draw the figure. Altitudes. See altitude, this is our triangle ABC. Altitude means a perpendicular drawn from the vertex to the opposite side. Okay. So see, this is the altitude drawn from point A to opposite side, and this is the altitude drawn from point C to opposite side. Now what is given? The altitudes are congruent, and we have to prove the two sides are congruent. Okay. So here I am going to write given in triangle ABC, CQ perpendicular AB, then AP perpendicular. Here you have to write seg CQ perpendicular side AB, then seg AP perpendicular side BC. Okay, side BC. These two statements shows that they are altitudes. Okay, these two statements show that they are altitudes. Further, what is given? The altitudes are congruent, and segment CQ congruent segment AP. This is our given. Now we have to prove. What to prove? See, side what to prove? See, again I repeat, CQ perpendicular AB, AP perpendicular BC, CQ congruent, yes, AP. What is given? CQ congruent AP. Now we have to prove side AB congruent side BC. This is we have to prove. That means these altitudes are congruent. So CQ congruent AP, and to prove AB congruent BC. Okay. So here we have completed problem set 1. Write it down in your notebook and send me your homework. Most of you are not sending yet the homework. Okay, I will surely call you by tomorrow. I want all the homework done by you. And tomorrow we will have the science lecture, which will be held, online lecture. Okay, so timing will be 1 p.m. Okay, bye, do it.